What is packing with you, YouTube? Welcome back to Cage TV. And shout out to the greatest football team in sports history, the Green Bay Packers. We are officially 1 week away from the start of the NFL season, facing off against the Minnesota Vikings. But before we do that, let's talk about this division. We're going to start off with the Green Bay Packers. And of course, we walked out of last season losing to the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Championship game. And we entered into the offseason with more drama surrounding our quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, after we drafted Jordan Love in the first round. COVID-19 slows things down for the entire sports world. But we somehow, some way managed to find ourselves preparing for the first week of football. And with all that has went on, the Green Bay Packers were able to bring in some free agents, sign some players to big contracts. And bring in some draft picks. So I think this team will win the division again. We have Super Bowl aspirations. We are planning to win championships. And that is the one thing that I am excited about with this team. Now, there has been a lot of talk about the Green Bay Packers not drafting a receiver or getting Aaron Rodgers some help. When I told you guys that we're not gonna, it's pointless to bring a rookie in, fresh out of college to try to learn this Matt LaFleur, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan system. We're going to get guys who are 5 or 6 years within their career to come help out Aaron Rodgers. That's where he's going to benefit the most. He's not going to benefit with a guy coming out there making mistakes. We already got guys like that, like Equinemius St. Brown and Alan Lazard and MVS. We got young guys already. What's the point of bringing in another young receiver? It makes no damn sense. He's going to go through the same situations as these guys are going through after trying to learn the McCarthy system and then have to, throw all of the McCarthy stuff they learned out of the window and learn the Matt LaFleur system. So it's going to be growing pains. You know what I'm saying? But I like what the Packers did in the draft. A lot of people was, shocked that the Packers didn't draft a high college football receiver in the draft. Remember, it's a guy coming out of college. This dude is 21, 22 years old. He don't know shit about the NFL. He don't know how the game speed in the NFL works. This is all new to him. So I like the guys we got. We beefed up the offensive line. Got a running back that could, get us those tough 4th and 1, 4th and 2, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, move the chains type of yardages to keep, give us first downs, put pressure on the defense. I liked what we did by, getting another fullback after we lost one to the Patriots. So that was good. Defensively, I like that we stacked more guys on the defensive side of the football. So our goal is to get back deep into the playoffs and potentially win another Super Bowl. That's what our goal is. And that's one of the main reasons why I think the Packers will probably wind up sweeping, if not losing, maybe 1 or 2 games to a divisional opponent this year. But I highly doubt we will, just based off of what's going on with the Vikings, the next team. Now, I do think the Vikings are the second best team in this division when it comes to the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. I do think that the Vikings might have took a step back. I think they might have regressed. They're going through contract situation right now with Delvin Cook being signed. They lost Stephon Diggs. Adam Thielen is now the number 1 receiver. They picked up a receiver. I think they picked up the LSU receiver. I don't really think, we're talking about Kirk Cousins throwing the ball to him. Not saying Kirk Cousins can't throw the ball, but we know how he is. He'll rather hand the ball off to Dalvin Cook. I do think Kyle Rudolph will play a major role this year on that offense. They did lose some people on defense. They lost Xavier Rhodes. I think that's going to be, a tough break for them, especially with Devontae Adams and Adam Lazard and Equanimeous St. Brown and MVS out there under the second year of Matt LaFleur. I'm pretty sure that things were going to open up on them or for us on the offensive side of the ball. But I do believe the Vikings can probably win 10 games. I think they're better than I think they could beat the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears twice. So them making the playoffs, I don't think the Vikings make the playoffs this year. That's one of the teams that I think will fall out of the playoffs this year. Is probably the Minnesota Vikings. The Chicago Bears. Oh my God. This team stinks, man. This team stinks. They went and grabbed should be retiring Jimmy Graham. I mean, the dude was talking about retiring before he came to the Packers. They brought in 2 more quarterbacks to try to find a starting quarterback, and the decision they came up with was to stick with bitch Trubisky. Now, if I'm Nick Foles, I would ask to leave. I would be embarrassed if I was Nick Foles. You got beat out by Mitch Trubisky. Mitchell. You let Mitchell beat you out for the starting position at quarterback for the Bears. And maybe Nick Foles didn't want to be the starting quarterback because the Bears probably don't have much to work with on offense. I think their offense will be stagnant. I mean, Tyreek Cohen is now their lone back. I don't know if they brought anybody else in. I know Montgomery got hurt. I don't know what to say about this team, man, besides that good luck to you, because I don't see y'all doing shit this year. I believe the Bears will probably be a below 500 team. Probably win maybe 4 games, 5 at the most. I don't see them doing much at all this year. But having a high draft pick next year. And they probably going to blow that pick like they did the Mitch Trubisky pick. Moving on from this trash-ass team, now we're going to talk about another trash-ass team, the Detroit Lions. By God, can we petition the NFL to exclude this team out of the NFL and for an arena football team? It's teams, it's high school football teams playing better football than the Detroit Lions. I don't understand why Matt Stafford continues to waste his talent with the Detroit Lions. I don't understand it. He should have been left. I mean, this team is not helping. This team is not helping no other team in this division. By their poor play, by not accomplishing anything. When was the last time this team made the playoffs? I think it was when they played against the Cowboys and they got cheated out of the game. That's how trash they are. Like, I really believe that the refs be really cheating the Lions out of the game because they suck. Like, nobody want to see the Lions have a moral victory on a Sunday. No. Oh, the Lions beat that team. Oh, that's a moral victory, and they all happy because they now 3-7 or some shit like that because they beat a good team. They deserve to get cheated out of winning games. That's how terrible they are. I mean, what the hell is Martha Ford doing over there? Besides robbing the fans of that feeling of winning. Hands to the face. That's what I'm going to start calling the Detroit Lions. The hands to the face. I mean, they don't have a... They got Adrian Peterson now. You see what I'm... Now do you see what I'm saying? Look at what they do. They went and got Adrian Peterson. Just keep on taking steps back. And, you know, a lot of Lions fans really had high hopes of this team getting some big-time free agents. And it just didn't seem to happen for them, you know. God bless the Lions this season. I mean, every season we should be reading a eulogy of the Detroit Lions season because ain't nothing good coming out of Detroit, especially if you're a Lions fan. Now, I hate to talk bad about a football team, but see, it's teams like the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions that don't bring a competitive edge to the Packers. It's like every time the Packers play against these two teams, we got to play down to the competition just to make it interesting for us. Like, let's go 3 and out. Let's go 3. Oh, they scored? Cool, all right. Let's go down here and kick a field goal. Oh, it's getting late in the fourth, and then we'll win the game 17 to 10 or some bullshit like that. Like, it's no competition, man. And I think this is the reason why I blame the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears for our shortcomings in the playoffs. It's because of these two teams are why we can't elevate over the tough teams that we got to play in the playoffs. You know? So shame on those two disastrous teams. Like I said, man, we need to start a petition to get the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions out of the NFL, man. I would rather, you know, maybe a XFL team and maybe a Canadian football team, you know, can fill a void and bring us some competition in this division. You know, keep the Vikings around. You know, at least they've been our toughest opponent like for the last few years. You know, you can't even put the Chicago Bears or Lions nowhere near the Vikings. Like the Vikings and the Green Bay Packers are really the two teams that's really battling for this division. But I expect the Packers to win this division again and get to the playoffs because we have Super Bowl aspirations, and the rest of these three teams are just these three teams are aspiring to beat the Packers. They're not thinking about or being motivated to go out there and win a Super Bowl. Their whole objective is we have to stop Aaron Rodgers. Every draft, every free agency period, that's what these three teams are trying to do. Stop Aaron Rodgers. And it's just sad. It's just sad. Now, I think if all three of the teams were thinking about Super Bowl, then I think the competition, you know, the level of competition in our division would be raised. I mean, you think about divisions like the NFC West, you know, that's a rough and tough division, man. I mean, you got the Seattle Shithawks and the San Francisco 49ers, the Rams and the Cardinals. You know, they play each other to the death. Same thing with the AFC North. They battle it out. You know, it's always tough to win those divisions when the competition within the division is at an all-time high, and the NFC North just refused reach those expectations when you're talking about the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Thank God the Vikings have some kind of, you know, uh, 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 thought process to try to, reach for those goals of winning the Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins. I mean, look at the quarterbacks in this division. I mean, I believe Matt Stafford is a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins by far, but Kirk Cousins, man, he got a better resume. And you just look at the Chicago Bears and their quarterback situation. They bringing in quarterbacks off the street. And they still went with Mitchell Trubisky. Like, oh, God, help this damn division, man. Help this damn division some way, somehow, man. It's like taking a change cup from the homeless man. As a Green Bay Packer fan, when you talking about this division, it's like, you don't need that. Give me that. You got, bro. Just give me the cup. Like you don't even gotta steal it. You just ask for it and you just hand it over to us. It's like that's how this division is summed up when it comes to talking about the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Just yuck. Just yuck. I mean, these two teams are no help to the NFL at all. I believe these two teams will suck this year and they will suck next year. These two teams, I believe, are probably 3 to 5 years behind every other team that's making the playoffs right now, and they will continue to bury themselves by just shoveling the dirt right over their face, right over their own face. That's what the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears do, man. So with that being said, man, I done went on too long about this division because this division is just not what it needs to be. Just not what it needs to be. Go Pack, go.